Hello everyone, I am Andrew Dorney, also known as the 12th Guy here on YouTube, and today is some more Let's Play Pokemon Blue version and peek behind the curtain before we get started. This is my second take. I recorded the whole episode, and then when I stopped recording, it took way longer than normal to process the files. Like, the capture card was taking forever to write the files, and it turns out that there was some junk in my flash drive, so I had to do a full reformat. And I didn't feel like recording for the rest of the night because it was getting kind of late. But here we are today. I'm going to get started by getting some Ultra Balls. I'm going to get about 10. Yes. Great Ball's going to get 10. That's good. We're good on Super Potions. I want to grab some Repels, though. Some Super Repels. And yeah, that's good. Do we have anything to sell on us? Max Potions, Max Revives, CMO6. How many Great Balls do we have? We have 17. Okay. In the failed take, I failed to do a very key thing. It took me a few tries, and I decided, you know what? We do what we do. But turns out there is such a thing as second chances. I can't. Okay, I can teach Toxic to everyone in my party. That's kind of great. However, we are not doing that. First, we're actually. You can kind of see I went a little bit on autopilot because I forgot that we didn't do this thing. What is that thing? Well, we are here in Pallet Town because just south of Pallet Town, you can see there's a little patch of land. If we get Oh, wait, I forgot. We have to face the water and then use surf. There we go. And go in here. And now we are looking for a Pokemon that is relatively rare compared to all of the other encounters. There are a lot of Raticates, a lot of Rattatas, Pidgeys, and Pidgeotos. So now it's a process of trying to find this Pokemon. Where's my phone? Because I'm going to need it for bios today. We actually have a fair few amount of bios to talk about. There we go. It was kind of a shame because JoJo got up to, I want to say, like level 37 or 38 in the failed take. But, it's all fine. We're just going to go for the double kick. That's doing really good. And it is rare, so I don't expect to find it soon. But if we don't find it here, then I'm going to cut ahead until we find it. Nope, it is a Pidgeotto. Okay. Well, looks like I'm going to do the thing that I said I was going to do. And skip until we find the Pokemon that I'm looking for. There we go. It's my boy. Oh, heck. It's my boy Tangela. Based on that introduction, you probably think that Tangela is another member of the party, and you're correct. Why is it another addition? Well, for starters, Tangela is an incredible tank with its special and defense stats being crazy high. Tangela also learns Sleep Powder naturally and Solar Beam via TMs. Which add up to a stupidly effective combo, I might add. Also, Tangela can learn Absorb and Mega Drain, giving it effectively more ways to heal instead of just having to rely on potions and hyper potions and all that junk. If you want a solid tanky grass type that isn't quad weak to bug like the Bulbasaur line, go with this dude. I'll be honest, it does not feel like it took that long to find Tangela this time around. Maybe because I don't know. Ooh, that was a critical. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe it's just because I'm coming at this, new day, new, like, I have the experience under my belt, and so now we just, go in and we're like, yes, we can do this. I'm gonna use the Great Ball. Nope. Last time it did not work on the first run, or on the first ball, so I don't expect it to always go on the first ball. It didn't even go on the second one. Okay. Third one? I do have the Ultra Balls, which I am saving for something else, but if we have to, I will use it. Because Gen 1 is weird, hashtag just Gen 1 things, Ultra Balls aren't necessarily always better than Great Balls. There's actually a calculation tool that you can use to see just like, you know, the probability of, you know, the percent chance of catching a Pokemon with like a Great Ball versus an Ultra Ball, and you know what level they are, how much health they're at, what status they're inflicted with. Tangela was caught, and we do have the TM for Toxic, which we are going to teach to our little Tangela. It's the Vine Pokemon. The whole body is swathed with wide vines that are similar to seaweed. Its veins shake as it walks. Do you want to give a nickname to Tangela? Yes, I do. I want to name him Vinny. A play on vines and it being, you know, covered in vines. And then also a cheeky little, not really cheeky reference to Vinny from Vinesauce, because I used to watch his videos a lot for a while. And it like really brought me joy. So I was like, yeah, we'll name him Vinny. I think there are some more, like there's in the next town that we haven't gone to yet, we can actually get the TM for Solar Beam. I am kind of curious if I should just make a real quick detour to go to the Celadon store, because that would make the most sense to me, honestly. But real quick, I want to grab Vinny. I'm actually going to deposit Aimberry, because I want to head up to Celadon City real quick. Oh wait, no, I wanted to also do Withdraw. Withdraw, Vinny. Yes, Vinny is taken out. Got Vinny. Alright, we're going to heal up because the PC does not heal your Pokemon in this generation, which is kind of interesting, but okay. I think was it Gen 2 or Gen 3 that started that? Because I definitely know, like, Gen 4 and onwards, you could just, like, drop a Pokemon that's hurt in the PC and they're healed instantly. But I could be misremembering something. So real quick, I want to grab that TM06, use it, contain Toxic. Yes. There you are. Vinny learned Toxic. He has 2 free move slots, because he comes knowing only Constrict and Bind. And I'm going to check out the Celadon Supermart real quick. That's not in my notes at all. I just want to like swing by there real quick to see if there's any TMs that we can teach Vinny. So I will be right back. Sadly, I checked and there was nothing there for Vinny, which is very unfortunate. But we are going to take Vinny over to this route that we have not yet explored, which has an item for us. Or 2. Is an item or 2? Also, real quick, I think maybe I'm thinking of 2 items because of this man. Hello. Hi, remember me? I'm Professor Oaksaid. If you caught 50 kinds of Pokemon, I'm supposed to give you an XP all. So, Andrew, have you caught at least 50 kinds of Pokemon? No. Oh, I see. When you get 50 kinds, come back for XP all. The XP all is basically the XP share in other generations. It takes the experience that your Pokemon would have gotten, divides that by half, and then gives that half to the rest of the party. It's kind of warped in this version. Later versions have it fixed. And then in the past 2 gens, it's just been like experience to everybody, which I don't know. For me, who tries to keep all of my teams level, I like having the experience crossed or shared across all of the the party members, but apparently a lot of people don't like that. But, you know, to each their own. Alright, so there are a lot of trainers on this route. A lot of bikers, a lot of beauties, a lot of junior trainer females. And thankfully, having gone through the entire episode, I know what everyone's fighting more or less. And so I am actively going... I like how I said that, but then I realized as soon as Oddish came out that I forgot to turn on shift battles. I currently have it put on set battles, but for training a party member, I should probably have it on shift, so that way the Pokemon that I'm training doesn't get hurt when they come out. Oh, hey, look, you have a Tangela. That's cute. Hey, guess what? I also have a Tangela. Tangela me Tangela. Tangela's a fun name. Can I switch? Yes, okay. For some reason, I thought Bind didn't let you shift Pokemon. I don't know what came about that. I think there is a move that... Like an actual move, not like an ability, which comes into a later gen. But yeah, just thinking out loud. There we go. Tangela has been defeated. It's going to take a while to train up Vinny. So what I'm going to do is, well, first off, set shift battles. I can't talk today. I'm sorry, y'all. But you know, we're doing this with feeling. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fight all of the trainers here, and I'm going to cut it all out. So that way you guys don't have to see it. They're all pretty basics. You fought bikers, you fought beauties and junior trainer females. It's all the same thing except higher levels, so they shouldn't give you any issues whatsoever. Of course, I do have a level 41 Beedrill on the team, so that's probably giving me an edge. But with that said, it is now time for me to fight all these trainers, so I will see you guys in a little bit. Or actually, it won't be a little bit, it'll be quite a while. So, real quick, I just remembered that there are some things that I wanted to address that Gunnar talked about in the comments last episode. Again, thank you, Gunnar, for all these master comments, where he just like puts down all of his thoughts into one comment. So the biggest thing that I need to amend is I say that Poliwrath is pure water, but it actually is indeed water fighting. I don't know how I like going through all the research. I thought, you know, it was pure water. Maybe I just didn't see the fighter, like the fighting type like logo thing, you know, how they look in later gens. So I guess I just didn't catch that. So thank you for that correction. That is a big correction. And then also I say that dragon is weak to dragon, which is, you know, still true. However, the only dragon type move in Gen 1 is Dragon Rage, which does, you know, 40 damage consistently. Also, in his opinion, Slowbro is really amazing in Gen 1 because of Amnesia, which raises the user's special by 2 stages, and I agree with that. Amnesia is definitely a really nice move. I didn't keep it on Snorlax just because there were other moves I wanted to teach it. And it probably could have benefited from knowing Amnesia, but I also wanted to keep Rest on it. And I didn't know when I would be able to find the TM4 Rest, so that's why I kind of kept it there. Other things, I like his comment on Scyther. Scyther, pros, looks awesome. Scyther, cons, everything else. Also, Psywave, I said something along the lines of, you know, it's probably like a better Psychic. Not necessarily. He informed me that Sidewave does random fixed damage between 0 and 1.5 times your level. I think that means that's either the user's level or the target's level. But that's still kind of annoying that it does that. Additionally, he has a Gen 1 oddity that he shares. Toxic and Leech Seed. This is about Toxic and Leech Seed. When those two moves are used together, the damage increases when both take their damage. So it's kind of like it increases dramatically, which is kind of neat. So thank you to Gunner for going into the comments and posting your master comments, and also letting me know when I get some things wrong. Like, that's definitely helpful. I try my best to be as accurate as possible, but I'm still getting things wrong, especially since this is my first time doing a project like this. So yeah, thank you to Gunner in the comments. And now it is time to go back to cutting out some more battles. Alright, so I'm back from all that training. Vinny grew to level 32. He learned Absorb and Poison Powder, which are all helpful. I have Poison Powder and Toxic, just because Toxic inflicts badly poison, which increases its damage over time, and Poison Powder is just a set damage, which is a fraction of your max health, or fraction of the target's health each turn. So they both have their uses, and I specifically want Poison Powder for what we're going to do next. Braithy grew to level 32 and Kitty Bank grew to level 38. And now it's time for us to continue on down here. We do have a couple of trainers. You have to fight at least one of them to get down to the water. So we are fighting this dude. He is a swimmer. He sends out a tentacle. Level 30. That's pretty high level for a tentacle. Let's send out Braithy. Yeah, poison is weak to bugs, so yeah, it makes sense. Level 42. Did that wrap. Wrap is going to continue on for a few turns, which is kind of annoying, but we broke free just after a couple of turns and used that Twin Needle, super effective, and took it down. Excellent. It's about to use Shelter. Yeah, let's swap Vinny in. Vinny, you can use Toxic. It's kind of funny that it has like the rain animation kind of deal that they use for Surf, but then it's like followed up by like that. Ooh, use the Aurora Beam, super effective, but not enough to hurt Vinny there, which is nice. Super effective, and we recovered some health. It's going for that Aurora Beam again. Aurora Beam is like a lesser Ice Beam, but does have a greater chance to freeze, if I'm correct on that. So if you don't have the Ice type TM, Aurora Beam on a Shelter is always good. We only got 150 Poké Dollars from that. Let's jump into the water. Let's do Surf. And by jumping into the water, we have officially entered Route 19. Route 19 and 20 have like the same water encounters. So I'm going to really quickly put up a Super Repel. There we go. And now it is time for some bios. The first of these new Pokemon on Route 19 is Staryu. Staryu is speedy, and it's special, but not that kind of special. It's about its special stat. It's got a decent special stat with a high speed stat is what I meant. If you remember going up against Misty's Staryu and Starmie, then you'll know that this Pokemon can be pretty good against an opponent who isn't prepared. Staryu's special stat being as good as it is means that it can use all of the special moves it learns via TMs effectively, which gives it a wide coverage. It can Double Beam and Water Gun via TMs, but Staryu can also learn Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Psywave all through the same method. I'll be honest, If I didn't have Squirtle as my starter, Staryu would have been a good contender for my team. Oh, and real quick, it does learn Hydro Bomb at level 47, but its evolution doesn't learn it at all. So if you want that move, wait until learning Hydro Pump to evolve into a Staryu. Are you ready to go and evolve that Staryu? Great. Connecting it with the Water Stone will give you a Starmie. Starmie gains the second typing of Psychic, which means it gains same type attack bonus for moves like Psychic and Psywave. Additionally, its speed and special stats are even higher. Overall, the only downside is that if you want Hydro Pump, you have to wait until level 47 to evolve Staryu into Starmie. I'd say get it if you want something with some good move coverage. Clam. Tongue. Why? Weird. Well, it's actually not weird, it's Shellder! This little clam has a super defense stat for a base form Pokemon. What else is appealing about this Pokemon? Well, it learns Roar Beam at level 30, which is technically a lesser Ice Beam, but has a 10% chance of lowering the target's attack stat by one stage. Additionally, Shellder can learn Ice Beam at level 50, but at that point you probably have already started using TMs on it. Speaking of TMs, Shellder can learn a fair number of them, most of which are normal types, but the two that I want to call attention to are Self-Destruct and Explosion. I don't know why it would be compatible with both, but here you go. With the Water Stone in hand and all the moves you want taught, it's time to evolve Shellder into Cloyster. The main perks are the usual. Perks increase stats across the board, with the biggest boost being its defense stat. Cloyster has the highest defense stat of any Pokemon in the first generation. Also, it gains Ice as its second type, so it means that it gets same type of attack bonus to Ice Beam and Aurora Beam. Overall, if you want a massive wall of a Pokemon, go with Cloyster. Oh. Didn't realize that I went over time there. Well, you know, I can always just cut a bit out. Vinny just grew to level 33. Something got my attention. Actually, no, just keep that battle in there. It's kind of interesting. Went in with the poison powder first. Shoot. I think I might want to run back and heal, so I'm going to run back and heal, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back and ready for action. We are going to go down and around. There's a lot of trainers to fight. I'm going to skip them, and I'll fight them off screen between episodes, just so that way I can really get Vinny some levels, and that way we don't have to take a lot of time in the episode to do so. And we are here in Seafoam Isles. Repel's effect wore off. Oh no. Super Repel. Use that. And then I'm actually going to switch Braithy up front. So that way we have a high level Pokemon keeping all the low levels away. And I actually have bios to run. And Seafoam Island actually has a bit of a puzzle. It's not too difficult. You couldn't even really call it a puzzle, but I'm gonna do that while the bios are running, and you'll be able to see that in the top right corner. Oh, look at that little doofus, it's adorable. It's so cute. But that's about all the good things that can be said, sadly. Seal's stats are pretty average, with its special and HP stats being slightly above average. It only knows Headbutt at first, and then Growl at level 30. However, if you're super lucky and also go down to the third basement floor of the Seafoam Island, then you can find a Seal at level 33, just one level away from evolving. This would be your best bet, as it evolves at level 34 and then learns Aurora Beam at level 35. In the meantime, you can teach it Bubble Beam, Water Gun, and Ice Beam, all via their respective TMs. The only TMs you probably will bother teaching Seals, since the rest are pretty much all normal type attacks. You'd be better off raising a Staryu. Let's say that you ignore my advice and get a Seal and raise it up to a Dewgong. What do you get? Well, the same thing. All of Dewgong's stats are slightly better than Seal's, and its learn set does not change at all. I can't recommend this Pokemon, especially since you can just fish for a Staryu in Route 19, or even get lucky and find one here in these caves. And it'd be way more helpful than a Dewgong or a seal. Next up is Psyduck. Okay, Psyduck is painfully average. Yeah, it does learn some different moves here and there, like fighting type moves and even Ice Beam, but it doesn't really use them all that well. At this point in the game, you'd be better off with something that fulfills a specific role than a Pokemon that's just average, especially if you're looking for something to cover a type weakness or a potential exploit in your team's composition. What about its evolution, Golduck? Well, the move pool doesn't change that much, if at all. Additionally, despite looking like it would be part Psychic, neither Psyduck or Golduck have Psychic as its second type. All of its stats are boosted, as is typically the case with most if not all evolutions, but that's where the positives end. At least it can use the same moves that Psyduck learns more effectively, but that's about it. I've put this off for way too long. Golbat, the evolution of Zubat, is fast. That's the biggest thing there is. Also, the rest of its stats do see a hefty boost, with the largest boost being to its defense stat, despite it being Golbat's lowest stat. Other than that, it learns Wing Attack at level 32 and Toxic and Hyper Beam via TMs, but that's about it. There isn't many good things about a Gen 1 Golbat. Alrighty, it actually apparently takes me 2 minutes and 50 seconds to do that whole puzzle thing, like getting there and then pushing the boulders in. Alright, so using Surf. And normally this is where people would save the game. However, I don't trust my recording setup to save the game right here. So, the only way we can redo this fight is if we get totally wiped. But considering I'm going to try to inflict poison, that's not going to be the case. I do have my oops, they're all the way up here. I do have my Great Balls and my Ultra Balls ready, as well as some Super Potions and Revives. Jeez. Wild Articuno appeared, and I actually have a bio for Articuno ready to go. Scraw! It's one of the first of the 11. It's the first of the legendary birds, Articuno. This ice-flying type masterpiece may not be the fastest of the trio, but is the most defensive. When you first catch it, it'll know Ice Beam and Peck, which makes it quite the double threat to grass-type Pokemon. At level 51, just one level away, Articuno will learn Blizzard, which is not a move I have mentioned yet. It's 70% accurate, 110 power Ice-type move that has a 10% chance of freezing the target. That's a pretty excellent move to use against both grass types and dragon types. If that wasn't enough, Articuno can raise its speed by 2 stages during battle by using the move Agility. Overall, it's legendary for a reason. Alright, sorry about that. After the bio, it just kind of like disappeared, which is why there's probably like a noticeable cut, or maybe not at all. But my dog broke a board in the fence, and so she was able to get out, and the only way that I found out about this was Articuno destroying Vinny in the first turn. No, it was actually a neighbor knocked on the door and went, "Hey, did you lose a dog?" I was like, great. So that's how I learned that my dog got out. I'm going to send Braithian. I'm going to go for... Yeah, I'm going to go for the Twin Needle. So yeah, I was talking to my mom about how I found out that the dog got out. Articuno is much faster than Braithy and landed a critical hit. Articuno does not want to get caught at all. One of those legendary birds giving us legendary issues. Alright, not a critical on the first hit, which is unfortunate. Wow. Wow. Articuno is just destroying us right now. What? How? How is this possible? Bite. Articuno's got crazy good special. And our Ice Beam is not going to do anything. Mainly because, well, it's part ice. And also, our special is nowhere near as good. And I will have to use the max potion at one point. I was about to go, I have the Master Ball, but it's in the PC. And I am waiting on using the Master Ball for something very important. Not for these legendary birds. Oh, it's going for the Ice Beam. Not a fan. Not very effective. I do have another max potion if I so need to use it. I'm going to go for the Ultra Ball. It's roughly a 2% chance. It goes up to 10% if you inflict a status ailment on them, which would be nice if we could have done that, but we couldn't. Unless we use a max revive on Vinny. So this is the plan. We use the max revive on Vinny. Aimberry goes down, but we revive Aimberry. We're going to call out Vinny. Vinny will hopefully get the poison powder. And then we're just going to chuck... Never mind, Vinny's not going to do the poison powder. We're going to have Bulby out. Bulby's going to take a hit for us. Ultra Balls are better in this case. There was an online calculator that I was using. But apparently, we keep missing. I don't know how we were able to do that. Like, in my personal file, I caught all 3 legendary birds. And I don't have the faintest idea on how I was able to do it. It doesn't make a lick of sense. Oh, come on. Here's the thing. If the game rolls a 1, then it's like an automatic failure, which is not good. Jojo. Go Great Ball. Apparently, if you use like 26 Ultra Balls, then like your chance of catching it goes up to like 50%, which no, I'm not doing that. But we did black out. Yikes. Let's see. 20 Great Balls, 6 Ultra Balls. Oof. So that means I'm gonna cut out. I think, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like try to cut out until we get to like actually catching the Articuno, because that would be nice. Repel's effect wore off. Also, I'm gonna buy some regular old Pokeballs and see if that does anything. I don't think it will, but that'd be really dumb if it did. So I'm going to grab I'm gonna run off and grab some Pokeballs, and then I will okay, so while I'm here chucking Ultra Balls at Articuno, I decided to go ahead and put in all the information into the system into this catch rate calculator for Gen 1, and I decided to, you know, give some detailed statistics. So an Ultra Ball with Articuno paralyzed at around 10% health should give me a 10.596% chance of catching. You have a 50% chance of catching it within 7 balls and at least 95% chance of catching it within 27 balls. The game estimates your chances rather poorly to be around 7%. If the catch fails, the ball misses entirely. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes! 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 Oh my god. Seriously? Oh! If you're curious where that paralysis came from, it came from Kitty Bank's Thunderbolt. Woo! Articuno, the freeze Pokemon, a legendary bird that is said to appear to doomed people who are lost in icy mountains. Oh, good, Game Freak. You started off your creepy things early. I'm gonna call Articuno. Let's see if I have enough characters for this. Pain Burb. There we go. Pain Burb was transferred to Bill's PC. Oh. Alright. Braithy is still alive, thank goodness. We are down 2 party members. Oh, good lord. To get to the next town, we actually have to go there from Pallet Town. And I need Bulby. So I am going to run back to Fuchsia City, heal up, and then I will meet you guys back at Pallet Town. Holy crap, we actually did it. Honest to God, I did not think we would be able to do that. How? Oh, right, I remember. I don't have a rappel up. Whew, I'll see you guys back in Pallet Town. Alright, here we are back in Pallet Town. Let's get on Bulby. Use that surf. So, I think this is 20 or 21, and I totally forgot to put a rappel up. Ugh, how could I forget? Alright, well, let's just run. And go to items. Let's put up a super repel. That TM20 is for rage. We found that on Route 15. Like when you just enter, you see that there's like an item there. You just go all the way down, and there's like a tree, and you cut the tree, and then you go down all the way to the left, and there is that item. Oh shoot! There's 2 trainers. Ready to ambush you. Alright, well, we just surf all the way down south, get on land, and here we are, finally at Cinnabar Island. And that is actually where I'm ending it for today, because the next episode's all about Cinnabar Island. So thank you guys so much for watching, and next time on Pokemon Blue version, we are going to be exploring all of Cinnabar Island and seeing everything that there is to do here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time for some more Let's Play Pokemon Blue version. Bye-bye.